was trying to get it low enough to see the table and get high enough to see our faces. That's the tricky part.
Did you press play?
Yeah. Some would call it
Hello. Record. Okay, so it is Sunday morning again, and we are visited by these lovely birds from my phone. And
3 ghosts.
what we have is Yunnan Purple Beauty Green Tea from Lancang. So we're doing a purple tea trio. So excited. I'm almost gonna cry. Okay. A wild tree purple varietal black tea of Dehong, spring 2012. Okay? Just think about what you were doing in 2012, spring. This one is also, they're just so delicious. Wild tree purple moonlight white tea from Jinggu. Again, so sorry if I'm not pronouncing these things correctly. Let's give it a smell. Dry leaves. It's like tropical fruit.
We should show the camera a frontal shot into the thingy because it's pretty nice.
So yeah, these leaves of the purple white. This is a
Nice
Jinggu.
color variation.
Buds, mature leaves. Yeah, lots of different colors. And it really smells like dried tropical fruit. So good. We'll put these. I'm gonna put these down after we get a good smell. Okay, this is the black, the purple black. It smells purple. Like purple berries, like prunes. These are some of my favorite, honestly, that I've gotten from Yunnan sourcing. Greener, more like a green tea, a little nuttier.
What's this third one?
Sorry, this is the green from Lancang. Okay, now let's put them in the gaiwans. I'll not burn myself this time. Do you want to play some guitar for us while I'm...
Oh, play guitar lately.
Don't bonk me.
I'm trying not to bonk you.
Alright, I'm warming up the gaiwans. Smart. So when you live with a cat hair is everywhere. Get used to it, sort of. How are these so... Make sure your gaiwans are clean before you use them. That's why I have this extra tea towel. Warming up the gaiwans, turning down the birds. So I did make some fried mochi things, which very, very sadly has smelled up the house. Nice pouring technique, Raina. Alright, let's smell our green. Okay, goodbye. Green, you're going on the floor. Are you ready to smell? Oh. Nutty, greeny. It smells like a green, even though it's very, very dark. Very, very dark, like blacky, silvery. Beautiful. All right, let's smell our white, which is the white I'm brewing in the 100 ml Gaiwan. Leaves are a little bit bigger. I also really like it. And I only have 2 60 ml Gaiwans. I should have gotten a third.
Maybe not.
I think I used too much.
Doesn't seem true.
I want it to last. I'll take a little out. Okay. Oh.
I like that. Not too strong. Very mild, sweet, lovely smell.
A sweet and lovely smell. Can you be a little bit more
Descriptive?
Yeah, like a type of thing.
No.
Definitely smells a little oxidized. It's like a slight smokiness, but mostly in the forefront it's like apricots. Smell that again with an apricot mind. Apricots and other stone fruits. Just is really lovely.
Dried apricots, maybe, yeah. Like a plastic bag that you put your trail mix and dried fruit all in a jumble after a long, hot day's hike.
No, it doesn't smell like that because that smells like old nuts and no. All right, here's our black, which I remember is extremely delicious. It's probably about enough.
Wait, you're saying we've got a green, a black, and a white purple tea?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Something.
Would you mind just checking to make sure it's actually recording?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's recording. We're 8 minutes and 20 seconds in. We still haven't steeped any tea.
Oh. So this is like so. Just black tea just has the smell of the oxidation. It's just intoxicating. Roasty, nutty, dark. Okay. Now, so, in terms of the temperature that I'm going to steep these at, I'll steep the green a little lower. The white, I might start out at the same as the black. So I'm going to pour some of this back into here because my water was pretty hot. Do you want to get our game set up, Ethan?
It depends on if we're continuing a previous game or starting a new one. It's all set up if we're continuing.
How many am I ahead on you?
Technically, you're behind in this game. And last night you were ahead. And this is several days ago, and I was ahead.
Oh my god. Fine, we'll start again.
Okay.
We went to our local...
Tofu house.
Yeah, Korean tofu house. It's called Pyeongchang. Delicious. It really has very good sundubu. With like the soft tofu soup. Seriously, could eat it every day. Okay, let's get this going.
Are we steeping it, or are you cooling water? Not cooling water. Do you want your little calculator of temperature, or no?
No, I'm already started.
Good kid.
I gotta hurry here.
When it's go time, Raina actually has very little extra energy to spare for the cribbage. It's really more about the tea for her.
There's our green. And the color is like, it is purple. The color is like a purplish, very diluted. And then it smells like a dancang. It smells like a fucking, excuse me. Did we curse on our...
Vlogcast? I don't think we should curse too much, but I guess be yourself, because no one else will.
So, it smells like a dancang, which is really exciting because I really like dancang. It just, if you know what I mean, it's like, what type of dancang? Wisteria, or it's got floral things going on. Okay, hold on, Raina.
Pretty dark there for a wash.
It's not a wash. Okay, let's get our white. All right, so I effed this up. But you know what?
Is there any such thing as bad first steep of tea?
Yes.
The first one would probably be really good. You got really lucky you didn't lose the tea or break your gaiwan yet.
And then this gets like, this is the white purple.
That's the best smelling.
What does it smell like, Ethan?
It's just nice and fresh, like grasses.
Okay, grassy.
The other ones, once they're moist,
This one turns a little grape nutty.
I don't like the smell quite as much as the other ones once they're moist. But that's because I'm not you.
Adrenaline pumping through me. Thought I lost the tea. Thought I got burned, too. So, okay, shoot. I just poured our, okay. Can't see the color. Let me just hold up Ethan's. He has a, see if you can see that. The liquor is kind of purpley. Ethan, I got a little bit more than I did. So, they're steeped too much. Alright, so we messed up.
You're trying to do 3 teas at once and declaiming over each of them in turn. That takes time.
Still very good. So for me, the predominance on that first is that it's just bitter strong. Let's try the white first. Kind of coats your mouth, but still very floral, very delicious. I think our next steep is going to be perfection.
I can see the next steep not having the bitter overtones, but it's pretty tasty.
Yeah.
It's just something we would expect out of maybe a fourth.
You kind of can't go wrong with this white purple. It's just so fruity, and I'm finding that I really enjoy fruity teas.
I pulled a 4 to determine who goes first.
Which one can I grab? I can grab
No
none.
purchase.
I can grab none. 8.
An 8 of trapezoid.
Do you want to come say hi?
He's not your puppet. Ooh, that was nice. That was nice.
So fruity, so delicious.
Notably, that one was poured last and was perfect steep, in my opinion.
Now for the black. Let's get his on even ground. Here we go. Starting to feel good.
we're continuing to experiment with our cribbage variation, where the person whose crib it is gets to determine whether or not there will be a crib, or whether you just keep all 6 cards. Huge time saver if you're trying to log a lot of points fast on the board. There's potential for high scoring hands.
So this black is very fruity as well.
Well, it's nice.
Yeah.
It reminds
Super
me
nice.
of a bug-bit Oolong, actually. It's a little honeyish.
Wow. So can you put that on a flat surface?
What's wrong with it? Look at it. It's balanced perfectly.
I love these cups. I don't want them to die.
You don't want someone who's being clumsy and not paying attention to possibly risk some of your fine teaware.
Let's cool this water off a tad. So, that black is also delicious. It lingers. All of these teas really linger in your mouth. They have a strong... What did I...
But do you have to let them?
Protracted mouthfeel as...
Let's say no crib this time. We keep all the cards.
Where are you? Okay, you're going first.
It is my crib. Alright, what are you going to do in what order here?
It's hot.
Don't you usually like to let the green steep the longest?
The green steep the longest.
Of the 3 types, don't you steep greens longer on average?
No.
I thought you were saying that the other day.
God, look how beautiful these colors are. Oh, just the deepest green.
I'll show it to you.
It's like this deep silvery green, and this one is brown. Started out black, purpley looking, and then this one.
Dehydrated mushroom.
They all have this like similar thread between them.
This is the best one, though.
It's really very good, but I disagree. They are all phenomenal.
This was the white.
So we're keeping everything?
Yep.
Oh.
And you cut me. You don't show me the cards, baby.
Did you see my card?
No, I saw you had some.
Do you want to see how cute? Aww. It's so tiny. I have brewed tea in it, but right now I'm just doing flowers.
She envisions her perfect cut. She tries to make it so.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to think for. So I just put it out there. May it be in my highest interest. May it be in all of our highest interests.
Alright. How long are we going for? An unspecified instinctual amount of time?
Okay.
Like, I mean, with his steep.
I'm gonna pour them pretty quick here. Had to get my stuff together here. I start, so why don't I say...
Don't play until you've poured them all off. We don't want a tragic repeat of
Oh, so good.
the great oversteeping of 6:30.
Well, what time is it? It's actually about, it's almost 9, so we had a little bit of a later thing. Not that we necessarily slept in later, because I believe I woke up at 7.
I woke up at 6:52.
What we did between now and then, no one will ever know. Except you and I.
And we probably remember it differently.
Whoa, what? What do you... Never mind, let's not go into this.
You were watching
let's
videos about frying vegetables different ways, and I was watching tennis in headphones from 2012.
Alright, fine. I was It wasn't just frying vegetables, Ethan. It's stir frying with a wok. Okay. I will put down a card.
Good, good.
Eight. Alright, maybe now you can see like the color of this tea.
15-2.
It's definitely purpley. If you can't tell, you have to take my word for it. It's pretty phenomenal. Just give myself a little bit more.
15-2.
$21. Right?
If you play that, sure.
For 3 points. 3 points? I get a run for 3 points.
Yes.
Can I have my 3 points, please?
Yes. We're coming up the outside. 21.
Really good bite. Honey, what is the deal with you? You have to, can you, okay. I'm going to move it closer to you so that you put it, okay.
We're at 21, and I'm going to now go for,
He obviously doesn't have a 10.
well, I'm going to say 30 for 4.
Lisa. There's nothing I can do with that. So.
Except say,
Go!
I get a point for that. That was well played. But now it's her turn to lead.
I planned on putting that 6 down. I led you into that. And sure, you got some more points than I.
Sure.
How was I supposed to know that?
I mean, you can't just not take runs of 3
So,
just because a 4 might happen. Can't live your life like that.
Yeah. $10.
15-2.
25.
29.
31 for 2. So what? Let's just put it on the flattest surface that you can possibly find in front of you.
That
So
would be this.
okay, so he's disadvantaged because this tea towel has very thick edges, and he keeps putting it on the edge of it.
And
I don't know why
I've not had a single problem with
It's
it.
driving me crazy.
4.
Wait, 4? You just put down a 9.
9.
So we've added subtraction to our
There was a 4 underneath the 9.
9, 12.
Mm.
Jeez, you have a freaking 3.
15-2, and 2 is 4, and the last card is 5.
That has never happened before. That has genuinely never happened before, where we've gotten a 15 plus a double.
Plus the last card, it was pretty nice.
Jeez. Okay, I was kicking his ass last night. So let's just be clear about
She's
that.
up by a lot on the travel board we have.
Oh,
Ooh,
they
look at
got a
these.
little- oh, they got kind of soggy.
Now you put butter and
Wow,
honey on
there's
them, eh?
just hair everywhere this morning. Let's try it.
We don't even taste hair anymore.
Let's give you one of the crispy ones. Just let that fall. I'll have one of the soggier ones with a big pat of butter. It's not worth it. It's not worth
Frying?
You want to see what frying does? See those burn marks on my hand?
It sometimes is worth frying. You have to be careful.
Mm.
And you have to eat it right away. Because a fried food item will only stay crispy for so long.
This is still crispy. This one's not, though. Okay, I think we're ready to play. Here, one more for you. Okay.
Unsurprisingly, the one
Sorry.
with huge shards of butter on it tastes really good. So we're on our middle tea, the black.
Yes, we probably should tell them which ones we're drinking.
I mean, if they're really following the close attention to detail that I know characterizes our fan base, I'm sure they can keep track of the horizontal, line from the camera as to which tea is still in there.
That goes well with
The mochi.
edibles, I guess. So it's my turn to count. So who knows what I have? I don't even know.
We've got a 9. I don't know if you can see that over here. Is the cut card is this 9.
8, 9, 10. That kind of works for me. All right, 15-2, 15-4, 15-6. Jeez. And then all I have after that is slightly larger run than I thought, but plus 4, it's 10.
Boom shaka.
Now I'm used to getting like 22-point hands with these things. So
with these 6-card hands, it sometimes you can really get a huge lead. I don't have a great hand either, though. I just have a slightly weirder one. The cut did not help me that much, nor did it hurt me. So we have...
I'm going to push this black tea with a little hotter water here.
Push it. 15-2. And...
I'm not keeping track, so
3 or 5.
hopefully he's not...
And 6 are 11. I am afraid that is actually all the ding-dang
Wow, 11?
points I have, yeah.
Don't knock me.
I'm only really ahead because of my pegging. But yeah, 10 and 11 would be considered very low-scoring hands within the keeping 6 cards, also, of course, having a cut card. So if you're really dealing with 7 cards, in theory, if I'm making that choice to keep all 6 instead of having a crib, I should be getting higher returns than that. In this case, I was lucky. My opponent had a somewhat equivalent hand die and not a really good one, which can happen.
Last night it was pretty funny. I asked him, are we doing a
Deal for you?
would you mind? Are we doing a 6-hand game? Are we, it's your crib. And he was like, well, I'm going to be very smart about this. I'm reading the situation. Wait a second. Okay. I'm reading the situation. What did he say? Like, I'm going to read the situation really intelligently or something, and we're going to have a crib, because I can tell you have something good in your hand.
Specifically,
Boy, was he wrong.
I believe
He read that very
I believe
incorrectly.
that she had more to gain because I had a bad hand, a bad 6-card hand. I believe she had
But
more to gain.
you thought that because of the way
from
that
the
I
6th.
asked.
Well, I thought it was a good odds based on what I had and what your average 6-card hands had been for the last couple of weeks.
And that just tells me that.
Also, I made no mention of the
He does
intelligence of my idea. I just said I
think
had
he
an
did.
intuition.
You said something about like, I don't know how good your feeling was. Doesn't matter. The point is that I now can have very good poker face with him. I guess can't really read me.
Turtle face.
What is that supposed to mean?
A lot of her faces go to turtle beaks. When she yawns, it's extreme.
All right. Let's have some more tea.
Here's your crib.
Hi, crib. This is the first hand?
This is your first.
Yeah, it's my
Crib.
first crib.
One of the things I like about 6-card hands is that pegging can take on a lot more dimensions and be a much higher scoring part of the game. It takes longer to peg.
One of the things that makes it complicated, and we're going to have to figure out, is last night I had a hand that had so many different 15 variables. It was a challenge to count.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hard to make sure you get them all.
Oh,
This is back to the
Love
green.
it's got such a good bite. It really is like a dancong. It has this beautiful floral, and then the bite, you know, the kind of, I don't know if people describe it as like closing up of the throat. That sounds terrible to me, but it's not, I wouldn't describe it as a smooth tea.
It's got some bitterness. It's got some edge.
Yeah, but like for me in a very good way. It's just, and it really lingers. The flavor just is like all in there.
I agree.
You get that?
It's got a strong afterburn.
All right, I have to let him know if
That's right. You
working.
gotta let me know whether I'm trying to discard 2 or keep all 6.
Careful, it's hot.
No, it's not.
Okay. I don't even know how to play this game anymore now that we decided to keep the 6. You're right, it's not hot.
What are you talking about?
It's just hard for me to decide. If
Whether to keep the 6. Now that you have
it
the
takes so
option.
much time. I'm so focused on the tea.
We could be steeping multiple more teas and drinking more tea if the cribbage weren't involved.
We'll just do a crib, I guess, just in case.
Just in case there's still value in that world.
Okay. Also, maybe he had a great hand with the 6. And now he has to give me, right here, baby, 2 of his cards. Give me more. That's what Sunday's all about. Oh.
I guess you know what to ask for in your crib now.
I only saw mine too. Mine too.
Yorn 2. Here. Ready? Flip this
Let
card.
me see what I want.
I knew that was going to happen
I
as soon
think
as
I'm
you
a
put it
little
in.
tired still. I was so excited to get up and drink tea.
What do you want in the cut?
Oh, hold on. Okay, I guess that worked out. Cut me. A 5 was cut.
Maybe you can see it, maybe not.
I just really enjoy all these teas. I think I need to start hitting them with hot water, though. Might need to go heat this up.
What? You think? I know you're good. I don't think you need hotter than that is. You've been waiting for the waters to cool, mostly. I don't know. Let's do one more not boiling, because I think that's a hot water, and I'm watching the steam come out of that thing. And I think that's a delicious light
Steam
steep.
is relative.
It's a delicious light steep on that black we just had.
Yeah,
I don't want
like
that
it.
one to be too strong.
Alright.
Just my 2 cents. I leave 10.
$19.
29.
31 for 2, please.
4. Start counting over after 31. 4.
Okay, so if I, let's see.
4.
Let me pour some
Yeah.
of these teas real quick.
I don't actually speak almost any of those languages. I just know the number 4 and like 3 or 4 languages max, probably.
It's pretty good. You might want to speak up a little bit.
No. This isn't that kind of video. Here, the jungle sounds are louder than the people. What's the theory about squeezing the leaves? What happens if you compress them? Don't you get more flavor? But does that make the next thing have less possibility to steep? So for multiple longer steeps, you wouldn't want to scrunch them?
Yes. I think that scrunching them is going to squeeze out. Hey, this is a really good, interesting question. The water that you squeeze out is probably going to be opaque, meaning it has like minerals and different things in it, and sure, that can be good, I guess, but it's going to be not as desirable, I think, as just steeping them. Now, towards the end, we could do a squeeze.
Some of that extra thickness.
You can even, boil your leaves sometimes. If you want to get a little extra on that.
Raina's got kind of like an internal fairness cup that she's always trying to figure out how much she gives to each person. Her tendency is to give me a hair too much and then even it out right away.
I just think that one is so good. He doesn't like it as much.
More than I do.
He doesn't like it as much as I do.
It's true. It's too floral for me or something. That one's getting weird by the end. That was a weird aftertaste.
That was a great aftertaste. Let that sit with you. It's like just in a whole just bush of wisteria. Okay.
4 to you.
4. Okay. I see what's happening. I see something very bad could happen again. So I'm going to put down a 7, which makes it 11. And he has a...
If I had a 4, that would be great. But I don't. We're at 12.
Last card.
1 for last card. I count first. I, of course, have 15, 2, 15, 4, 15, 6, 15. 8 and 2 is 10.
Pretty good cut for him.
Yeah. What you got?
Pretty ideal cut, actually.
Ooh, finally a 5 doesn't really help out the crib person too much immediately. Probably net gain for me, though, when you get into the crib times.
It's like a little bit more like hay now. But with still those lovely...
How did I get my shirt caught on this chair so badly?
Whoa. It's still like those lovely fruit notes. This is on the purple white.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Ease.
Okay.
And...
Be careful with the porcelain. This is real nice.
Floral.
That is really my favorite. And it's just me. I realize that, but this is
That tea is
good
you.
tea.
This is a very easy drinker. Very, very easy drinker.
What's the full name of that one? This is the white?
From Jinggu. Now,
I will try to remember this one being my
Wild Tree Purple Moonlight White Tea from Jinggu. Spring 2019. This green is also from spring 2019. This black is from 2012. So it's aged. Alright, so I'm cutting my hand, which is... Let's see what we got here. I got 15-2, so 9 and 6. I got 15-4. What else do I have here? Let's see. play anybody else, I'll just get crushed because I'm always asking Ethan for. Alright, hold on. There's a 15. There's a 15. I don't think I have any other 15s, do I?
You're saying
Just 2.
15, 2,
15, 4.
4. Yeah, the 5 doesn't give you any 15.
Well, I know, okay. So, but it does give me a little run of 3. So, that would be, wow, my brain is like on super snail mode. So 3 plus 4 is 7. I like 7 points. Once he starts playing the guitar, I'm just lulled into hypnotic state.
You got a 7?
Mm-hmm. Here's my crib.
Ooh.
15, 2, 15,
Ooh.
4. What? Oh, because you gave me
Never cut someone else a 5. Only cut yourself a 5.
that? He means when it's your crib. 15, 2, 15, 4, 15, 6, 15, 8. And 2 is 10. And the right jack. See how he paused there? I knew there was something. The right jack, same cut, same suit as the 5 that I cut. So that's 11 points. Did you give them to me,
I
darling?
gave them to you, darling.
Oh my gosh, this tea is making me
High as a kite.
feel so silly. We were supposed to do a big nature walk today. Nature time. We will. First, we're having some tea. No, there's a possibility that the video stopped.
Yeah, we could have run out of battery. Anything could have happened, but
I'm gonna get up.
It's still going.
And check.
I got a feeling.
42 minutes. So heat up our water. I think the next time we do a video, we'll have some friends over. I just want to reiterate, when we do these videos, we just roll out of bed. That's not clear enough.
It's true. We don't really spend a lot of time on the makeup.
I need a shower. I need a shower.
We don't have a script. That's for sure.
Believe it or not.
The closest thing we have to planning is when we're trying to go to sleep the night before and Raina asks me what kind of teas we're going to have in the morning. And I can't even think about it. But she insists.
Just waiting for that water to boil. I guess we'll have our last little mochi snack. Oh, this is literally just
A ukulele with 6 strings tuned like a guitar on the 5th fret.
well, yeah, that's the guitalele.
Uh,
The mochi,
guitar
It's
technician joke.
the mochi is just sticky rice flour, glutinous rice flour. I used a Thai brand, mixed with boiling water and some salt, and you knead it, first with a spoon, then with your hands. You want them to be you want them to be like a dough, like a pizza dough. You don't want it to be like wet, and then you roll it out and you can fry it and do fun things with it.
Dumplings. Isn't that the same thing you made the dumplings for last year?
Yeah, you can fill it with stuff. You can fry either side, and then you put a little filling in the middle, and then you fold it over, so it's like a half moon. All right, I'm bringing it out. Let's do this. One last or two last ones. Felice, I think it's time. Come on. Let's go. Before we started filming, of course, Felice was just all up in here, sitting on the chairs, meowing for food. Come on. But now we start filming. Oh no. He's not giving his sparkle away for free.
He recognizes the treacherous traps of defining yourself through likes and clicks.
Come on, kitty. Now this water is a near boil. Ow. It's okay. Just a daily occurrence. A little splash up. Buddies. Come on, buddy. Okay. Ooh, I liked how you ended that. Lovely. That reminded me of, what did that remind me of? Dun, 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 dun.
D sus2 at 11?
A song though. I think it might be a.
No, I mean D sus2, D. That is a high 7.
Okay, it was a Joni Mitchell
Yeah,
chord. She
Joni
uses
Mitchell.
that. She uses that for a song, and it's very effective. I'm learning the guitalele, you know.
I guess you could call it I don't know what you call it.
Come on.
If there is no 3 and you've got the 2, you'd think it would be a D sus2 chord, but you also have the 7. Do you call it a D7 sus2 with your D with a C, no F sharp? This is a tricky one because in theory, the 2 is really the 9. You could call it a D9 no 3rd, but then what are we even really talking about here? D or D9 implies that major 3rd.
Let me just say real quick, the green is starting to smell very, with this higher steeping, more roasted and minerally, grassy.
I'm getting more mineral notes than grass, but that's because I can only smell about 1/20th as much as she can.
Wow, 1/20th.
You think I'm giving myself airs? You think that's too high an estimate? Interesting.
No, I think that's maybe not giving yourself enough. Do you think it's 1/20th, like actually legitimately?
I would say, based on completely non-scientific experimentation over the last most of 4 years that we've been together, I would say I smell no more than 1/10 as strongly as Raina.
I'll have to give myself like a little facial.
And this is what's interesting about this. It's almost like, I suppose, like selective color blindness I'm imagining, where some types of things I can smell better than others. So there are definitely areas where I smell 1/20th of what you smell. And there are other areas where perhaps I smell as much as 1/10. Does that make sense? That makes perfect sense to me. Something about the way in which my nose is blocked by broken
you have you
cartilage and mucus.
Yeah, Ethan's broken his nose a lot. But he
But some things get through more than
mold.
others.
If you sense any part of mold, like what smells like mold to you? Certain foods will smell like...
Mushrooms, foods with molds growing on them.
No. But he loves mushrooms. No, there's certain foods that to him smell moldy, and that's because he's only smelling a fraction of the... I think we've talked about this in every video. He smells just pieces. He's not smelling all of the things that are going on. He just picks up on pieces.
I don't have a full spectrum nose.
Mm-hmm. He's differently abled in that way. Would you describe yourself as?
I would say it's more like I'm partially smell impaired in the manner of Dewey Cox.
So there's hyperosmic, which is what I am. There's hypoosmic, which is what Ethan is, and there's aosmic. I think it's called aosmic, which means you don't. Yeah, you can't smell. You can't smell anything. Hypoosmic, obviously. So this is a bad sense of smell. Hyperosmic, everything's just coming at you. Let's talk about scent allergies. Anyone? Is the world of perfumes a little too much for you?
A little?
Let's talk.
A little.
You still haven't made an appearance, Kitty. Come on.
Katie's very understanding of how technology works.
Hear all these birds, Kitty?
Come up behind her, Kitty.
There's birds here. Come on. Sorry, I know this is annoying. Why don't you describe this tea while I get the kitty?
Are we on the white?
Come here. Come. Up.
The white is unremittingly pleasant. It still has not gotten bitter. It's still just clean. It's a good kitty.
Good boy. Hi.
Yeah. He will briefly put up with this because he knows how happy it makes her. But he will use it as leverage to demand raw meats.
That's true. That's true. You wonder why there's hair in our tea. Because he's really not a lap cat. I am forcing him to do this, but I don't even know if you can see him.
You can see him. He's really more of a bobcat in many ways. Especially right now with his hackles raised. And his anger building.
There's my big boy.
Yeah, he's about to start biting.
He's so mad. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. So sorry, you're so anti the camera. If the camera wasn't on, he would be...
Still really mad about
all
that.
up in our business, though.
Yeah, he'd be more up in our business without the camera.
I think this time of morning he really likes to sunbathe. So, to me, really apricot-y. Really super apricot-y.
The white.
Yeah, it's so tasty. So, should we play another hand, or are we just
I think we should play another hand.
having some tea? All right. One last hand, one last tea.
Okay.
My crib. This has got some honey notes.
Yes. See? Ethan has some taste bud.
Did you say honey already?
Yeah, I said it's the bug-bitten oolong with honey overtones. That is the tea. This is
a
the
little
most
bug-bitten,
reminiscent
but
of.
the bug-bitten tends to taste like really oxidized.
Yeah, this is maybe less oxidized. It's mellower.
Or something. I mean,
I don't know,
I don't know if it's less oxidized. It just has a little bit of like a tannin punch. Very good. Your crib?
My crib.
And shall we crib or shall we go?
Let's go to the crib.
Burning myself.
Let's go for the crib here.
So I do the black first, give it a little bit more time. I do the white second, because it can basically do anything. It's very forgiving.
The white is awesome. My order of tea preference is that this middle one, this black, is phenomenal, but I like the white even more. in many ways. They're like the third one for me. Too floral. I sometimes don't even like a strong rose in the world. I sometimes I just don't want all flower all the time. And so this is like a special thing. I think it would be a really good mixed tea, though. What if you started blending teas? Have we even talked about this?
I don't need to do that.
We could do it. We could put this tea with this tea and steep them together and see what they taste like. Now we're talking about alchemy. They're spinning gold from flaxen hair.
I will drink this next batch of green since he doesn't care for it and I love it.
Give me a tiny sip of it. You've drunk most of mine. I can't even tell what it tastes like.
Personally, I can't choose between any of these. They're all really delicious.
Did you just
Oh, are we cribbing?
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know, Ethan.
Yep.
I didn't know. I'm just not good at cribbage this morning.
Sometimes she's been beating me. Quite often lately, I would say at least half the time. She's gotten good enough that pure luck mostly determines the outcome, as in most card games, really.
Wow. Did you see how he just, like, sliced off my achievement like that? And my skill just...
If you know more about cribbage, I did no such thing. What I did was I said, she has passed the beginner's threshold.
Unbelievable.
At which I could have beaten her because I'm better at the game. She is now, let's say, nearly as good as I am at the game, to a degree where luck actually matters more than skill.
That is what I was saying. I don't even know how to operate the cribbage boards.
I should start making her peg more.
I always double check to make sure I've gotten everything. Okay.
And this is our last steep. We're doing a nice long one.
Yeah. Plus, I just can't decide. It's one of those times. What I like to do, I'll take 2 cards away, look at the 4, how many points do I have? I'll show you guys. That always helps. It's his crib. I don't want to give him anything. This is crazy. I have 6 cards. I don't know if I have any points. Like, with my 6 cards, I don't think I even have any points. So I don't know if we told you guys, but Sunday is our day. Ethan, you don't have any tennis today?
Wimbledon doesn't start till tomorrow.
Sort of understand. Does it? Wimbledon has now? So, yeah. We both actually work. I mean, I don't work sometimes on Mondays. But
we usually work 6 days a week.
Some portion of it. Some portion of the days. But Sunday is our day together. Usually. Unless Ethan wants to do something else.
I play some adult tennis
without me.
Sometimes.
Without me. Okay, no more. It's alright. I'm not codependent.
Exactly. Would a codependent person be as self-aware as this?
Give myself a little more. It's still purple. It's purple. It's like a little green. Some purple mixed in. Good. I can just go and go and go. And it still reminds me of a dance song. Up to this point. I don't know how that happened. minerally. Scheisse. Oh, this is a terrible hand. Unless I'm missing something. I'm not. It's just... Just gonna do this and whatever. Okay. I cut you. That was beautiful, darling.
Yeah.
Cutting you right now. 7. Awesome.
I can barely breathe through my nose.
Now, do you want this green or am I drinking it?
I'll take it. You want one last sip?
No, I can make more.
I think we should start doing multiple teas at a time.
You mean like mix the different teas?
I think that's... When let's say we've done an hour of these 3 teas separate, I want to see what it tastes like to mix the white and the black.
I'm mixing them in my mouth right now.
Okay, I grant you that that is part of the experience.
I like them separate. All right, I go first.
I'm not saying I don't like them separate. I'm saying think of the possibilities and dare to dream of what might be. It is my trip. Chili. That's still very good.
10.
That's still producing good tea.
So good.
9. Math.
So what do we have? We have 19.
19.
That's why I must do sentence.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
28 for 2.
Go.
29. Last card. I wanted to use that ace a little bit more effectively.
Not a last card, it's a go. We gotta differentiate between go point and last
Okay.
card. 10.
10. That was an unexpected surprise. 2 points, please.
20 for 2, as they say.
20 for 2.
You're out of cards, so it's a 30. Last card is 8. She pegged my butt off there.
But let's see what my hand pans out.
19. I like it.
I had 6 cards with no points.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Go ahead, darling.
I, on the other hand,
had a very nice cut, didn't you?
I had a pretty good cut. I could have been gotten
So he's
more
got a
points
run,
from other
but
cuts.
the thing is that he didn't get a double run, and a double run makes twice. You know, you get double the points.
That's one way to think about it. 15, 2, and 5 are 7.
My God, this last steeping of this black
It's
is
really
like
good still. Really good.
it almost has a little bit of a puer, like a really nice, like a puer that
Whoever wishes it were that good.
but a puer that is mellowed. You know, like after it had been steeped multiple times, it wasn't
Up in your face.
harsh anymore.
I will say that this is 0 15s here, and 2 7s.
Can you just see
is
my
2
hand? Look at. I want you to look at my hand and see what you think.
How bad it is. You had.
Oh my God.
What did you
Just a
have?
mess
The
this morning.
7 and the 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first off, you're correct about not having any points.
Good, 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 good.
And
You want to show them the... Well,
the fact that it was my crib probably means you did an okay job of deciding what to keep.
yeah, okay.
All you could have done different was keep the 7 and have 2 points. And you can't predict that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You can't predict that.
Can't predict that.
No. So
Try this black. It's really tasty with the higher temperature. That's another fun aspect of tea. It's so multi. Well, obviously it's multi-dimensional, but what I mean is that what I'm trying to say is that
a lot of roads can lead to Rome.
yeah, there's a lot of variables in which you can play with the tea and get different results. So obviously, I'm not growing tea or making tea. I don't have that variable. But the
And why not? Why aren't you growing tea? Or at least making it?
The folks who make the tea, there's a lot of variables in making the tea. Obviously, you know, there's the land, the water, the environment, the sun angles, the terroir, as folks would say. There's a lot. Once the guitar starts, I just get. Anywho, but then you get the tea home, and there's also a lot of different things you can do with the tea. You can steep them differently. You can store them differently. You can drink them differently. You can use different vessels to brew them. Alright, the last thing I'm going to show before we sign out, this is a very long video, is the fully steeped leaves. Who knows if it's even recording anymore. And I did doodle with Julie yesterday, the doodle dance. It was interesting to do it with someone. This is one of my children's, it's a children's song. It's a children's dance that parents and children do together. And our friend Julie is a musician and a composer. And yeah, it was interesting to see someone do it who had never done the children's music led by anyone, I guess. And she was kind of like well, anyway, I don't need to go into it, but it was fun. I guess it's just embarrassing for everyone to be silly and do children's music. I always think that the parents are so kind of like, God, guys, why aren't you like, this is fun, why aren't you doing this silly stuff with me? But I guess it's kind of embarrassing. It's just not you have to get kind of used to it. Because kids love silly. The sillier the better. It's so pretty when you pour the tea and little jewels, droplets fall from the cup. Alright, we really steeped the shice out of this tea. And now we will go have our day. Just be full of tea energy. Love it. Still delicious. still is so good.
That was the green.
Do you like it now?
I like it more because there's less florality to it. I feel it's gotten normaler.
So let's see how much we've consumed. This was basically full, 64 ounces, basically full. We used it to about here. I filled it back up. So we at a 64 plus 32 is. God, I need to get better at my math if I'm ever going to be accepted into Ethan's family. 96? Why are you smiling?
64 plus
32. 96.
Yeah, sounds
Damn
right.
it.
Sounds right. You can't take 3 from 2. 2 is less than 3, so you look at the 4 in the tens place. Now that's really 4 tens, so you make it 3 tens, regroup, you change the tens, 10 ones, and you add the 2, and you take away 3, that's 7.
Is this?
That's a Tom Lehrer song, New Math.
That's what I thought. Why don't you give them a little verbal math?
Oral math.
Let's give them an oral math. Just for fun.
They could cheat. How would they know? We'll give them oral math next time.
No, but let's leave them with an oral math. This is, first of all, I have to show them the leaves, I promised. Okay. This is the white, the purple white from Jinggu.
She made that promise on the internet. She can't just take it back.
But you're gonna hear an oral math before you go, and just see how fast you can find the answer. Hold it in your head. This is the black, the purple black. I'm still steeping the green again. I really do want to show you these leaves. They look like a kind of like a really dark herb. All right. Now it's starting to smell kind of like a Chinese green a Japanese green. Delish. Hey, darling.
Guitarling? Is that what you called me?
That's cute. Very cute. Oh, God, that's good. So, purple teas. Are they worth it? Heck yes.
How many
All the
dollars
way.
worth of leaf do you think we used for this whole project?
For this whole project. You can call it that. I mean,
To get both of us super high.
just a couple. Just like, because I think all of these that I bought, they were probably around $6 for 25 or 50 grams. That's generally kind of how much. So this is 50 grams for the black,
So this is maybe $2 worth of
50
leaf.
grams for the for the green purple, and 25 for the Moonlight purple white. So it was like $1 to do this. Maybe.
So $1 per hour, that's less than the cost of rent in the Bay Area. Pretty good. For 2 people, get high, produce incredible free content for the masses. It's almost like the key T is our Kickstarter.
A Kickstarter? For
Yeah.
what?
For our content production. You
I don't
need
even
to-
know if we
you
can
need
do
to
that
learn to
song
play
because that's
gently.
copywrote.
It done been
By-
copywrote?
It's done been copywrote by Music Together.
I mean, you can do it. We just can't make money off of it.
Right. So
So I guess
don't give us any money for that.
not for this couple seconds of the episode.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it off. Goodbye, everyone. We hope you have a wonderful day. If you made it to the end of this video, you surely might need to.
Send us a snail mail postcard
Oh.
and we will send you a small packet of tea.
What?
If they match the end of this video, they deserve a small packet of tea. I didn't say how much or when they'd get it.
Well, if it's if you send us postage, sure, I'll send you some of the tea. I guess we drank a couple leaves. So Ethan, why don't you give them some oral math and then that's it. Give them some maths
Okay.
if you want.
1 plus 2 squared plus 1 minus 5 squared minus 1 divided by 8 minus 2 plus 1 cubed equals...
I got through
You'll
about.
have to tune in next time for the exciting answer to this week's oral math.
I got about half of that. Oh, only an hour and 17 minutes.